What is going on, everybody? This is Northeast Kingdom. Today's Wednesday, May 6th, and we got another podcast coming to you. It's me, as always, Reacts, a.k.a. Isaiah. I got my man with me, Sneaky.
What's good?
And we're going to do a little bit of a riff today. We got a couple short stories in between, and we're going to fucking get this thing going like we always do.
Hell yeah.
But, so, the other day I wasn't able to contribute to the podcast. I've been sick for a couple of days since Saturday, actually.
That Rona.
Yeah, hashtag I survived Rona. And that sucked, man. I always hate getting sick. Anyway, I'm pretty sure nobody likes getting sick.
No.
But when I get sick, it's like I'm like a horse with a broken leg. It's just like shoot me.
Useless.
Yeah, I hate it. Sweating, but you're cold. You got like 7 blankets on you. You're doing everything you can just to like get it out of you as fast as you can.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing. You're fucking sore. Stand up, dizzy. Fall down, fucking. No, I didn't fall down, but stand up, get dizzy and shit. It sucked.
Yeah, I bet.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Sorry about that, everybody.
You should be.
I know. What the fuck? Dude, like, honestly, this is the sponsor let's talk about.
God damn it.
God damn it. But I feel better, guys. I'm good. I didn't actually have the coronavirus, I don't think.
We just be telling everybody to sponsor us. Like, we do the littlest shit. We're like, yo, sponsor.
We made homemade fucking crunch wraps last night, and those things were really good. They were pretty fire.
You sent me a picture. They look like they slept.
Dude, they were good. They were good. We put, obviously, a lot more in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got those big-ass tortilla wraps.
Yeah.
And we just used those. It came out good, dude.
That's what's up.
But did you hear Vermont's opening up?
No, I did not hear that. I know New Hampshire's starting to plan to open up, like, restaurants are going to have outdoor seating now and shit like that starting, I don't remember when. But they're starting up their shit in New Hampshire for, like, slowly opening up, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Kind of the same thing here.
Yeah. I saw McDonald's in Springfield actually, like, already letting people come inside. I don't think they're eating inside. I think it's takeout, but I've seen them eating.
In Springfield or in Claremont?
In Springfield.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my dude. That place is packed all the time.
It's fucking stupid, dude. I went there for lunch, and do you know why it's packed? It's not even McDonald's fault. It's because people don't know how to fucking function. People just forgot how to function as a human in society. These dudes, they'll finish ordering, and while they're waiting for the next, because now it's 2 lanes, so it goes left, right, left, right, left, right.
Right.
They wait, like they'll order, and they sit with their trunk on the order area, waiting for the car on the left to go, or waiting on the car on the right to go. But they don't move up to that yellow fucking line. Like, that line is there for a reason. Move the fuck out of my way so I can order, and it'll make everything, and they get to that, like, joining point, and it's like everybody just forgets how to fucking drive for a second. I'm like, dude, get the, like, move, bro. I have a 30-minute lunch. Get the fuck out of my way.
It's like we're in our vehicles. We don't have to social distance. It's not that same 6 feet apart like it is outside the vehicle. You can move up.
You can
move up a little bit.
Keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing. Yeah, that's crazy. I went past it the other day, and it was like wrapped all the way. I would guess, and I'm not blowing this out of proportion either. Probably from the second window, wrapped all the way around. I would say good mid-20 cars.
Oh yeah, easy.
I was like, wow.
Lunchtime, bro. Go down there at 12 o'clock tomorrow. I'm telling you, it's gonna be stupid.
Yeah, it was around that time. It was around that time that I passed it. But then again, I think it's because people can't go inside either. So
well, that's half. That's half of it. But like I said, some of it's just because people don't know how to fucking like be a functioning member of society. They really don't.
That shit's insane. All these places, you're starting to see a lot more people. It seems like a lot more people eat out. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just because you can't go inside. And it's just always been the same amount of people.
Nah, people just be forgetting how to be a person.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
For sure. It's just stupid, bro.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Actually,
also,
people functioning right now is exactly like you at Jake's. That night that you ripped the bomb.
Oh yeah. That night was slow for me. For
Slow?
me, that sucked.
I bet.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm not a huge fan of blondes
No.
at all,
What's like
as you
what?
witnessed firsthand.
What I was just watching on fucking Vice. That shit with Camille Brown.
Yeah, that's.
That shit's fucked, bro.
Yeah, there's got to be something. No, I mean, even I mean, I'm not opposed to weed, but I mean, obviously, I'll smoke it every once in a while. But even I don't get like that. I don't think nobody does.
Nobody does,
Nobody
bro.
just kills people after they smoke weed. Like, there's something. Now that you mentioned that the person that she was with was also smoked that same batch and she was fine. Either she had done something prior, or that was just an excuse for her to just go crazy.
That's what I'm saying. And like, as far as Vice covered it, I'm not sure about the police or anything, but as far as Vice did it, they didn't like they mentioned other drugs and shit. Like maybe she was on other drugs, but they always mention it being mixed with the weed because it's weedy kit. So their whole, I mean, that whole show was just about the different point of views for like medical, recreational, the law enforcement behind weed, and it's actually a pretty cool show. It shows you all sides of it instead of like obviously being someone who like from high school has been smoking it and shit like that. You only ever see like your aspect of it.
Right.
But it's a pretty cool show to even watch like the law's point of view of it and like actually learn some shit, you know? So it's a pretty cool.
What do they say?
They like, as far as Vice has covered it, there's some sheriffs in there that like don't like being questioned about it, and you can tell they're hella against it. But
Right.
don't get me wrong, there's some cops he talks to, like the cops down near D.C. and in Maryland and shit. They really don't care for people who be smoking. Like D.C. is legal now, but they really he says it. He's like, yeah, we really don't care about the people smoking it or whatever. Like it is what it is. It's just the people
Right.
who are. It's the people who sell it and protect what they sell with violence and guns and weapons and shit. He's like, that's where it becomes an issue for the police because now something that's harmless is actually becoming very dangerous when it comes to the police, you know?
See, that
So,
makes
so
sense.
that's why they're so serious about it when you get caught with like a large amount because they don't know. I mean, they see a couple 20-year-olds with fucking a QP on them. Now they're like, okay, this kid probably also has a gun and is definitely doing something illegal. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
And
that's where.
that probably puts everybody in that situation kind of on edge because it's been like demonized for so long.
Exactly.
That even though it's legal, everyone's still kind of timid to have it on them. I mean, if you have a QP, then obviously you're going to be on edge. So,
yeah. Well,
that's
what the thing is. Like the cops are like, you don't know if the person you pulled over is gonna act crazy or if they're just gonna take the fall. Or you mean you don't know. You really don't. So that's where the cops have to make a decision on the spot if they see you like reach fast or you do something. You know what I mean? Like if you're acting sporadic, they have to make a decision on the spot, and it makes it hard. You know. So they're not necessarily against weed. It just sucks the culture behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you see all the hippie shit, the police don't care about that. You know what I mean? The cops don't care about no hippie shit. It's just a slap on the wrist.
Right.
But if you're out here moving weight and you're always like, and you're blasting people to steal them, or like, you know what I mean? Like, that's where it's fucked.
Yeah, just not even being civil about it anymore.
Yeah, because in DC and like actually Amsterdam has that same issue overseas, where it's legal for you to possess and smoke, but you can only have a certain amount on you, and you can't sell it or buy it. So it's a weird thing because like how are you supposed to get it if you can't grow it, buy it, or sell it? But then, you know what I mean? Like, but you're still able to possess. So that's where, up until you get it, yeah. So everything up until you have it in your possession is illegal. But once you have it in your possession and it's less than 2 ounces, you're legal. And Amsterdam's fucked because like coffee shops and stuff could sell it, and there's consumption inside the coffee shops. But the coffee shops can only have, they do it in the metric system, so it's 500 grams.
Yeah.
And they can't, what was it? Oh yeah, so you can't move it without it being in a coffee shop. So they're like, how do you get it to a coffee shop without breaking the law? You can't. So they have an outside, like it's somebody who's not connected to the company, was connected to them through just selling them weed pretty much, but he's not connected to them because he's off somewhere else. And they're the ones who are running high risk because now they're moving it around the streets to bring it to the coffee shops. But they said once he crosses the doorway of the coffee shop, he's safe.
Well, I think what they're saying is it's legal to grow it, sell it, or purchase it, meaning outside of a licensed like place, like whether it be the medical place or the coffee shop.
Well, that's the
I think
issue
that's what
is
they're trying to get at. Is not so much the places that can carry it, like whether it be a dispensary, or something like that. But if they see you outside of said place where they can sell it legally, then I think it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, well, that's the issue with DC. At least when they first started everything, was DC didn't have no dispensaries or a legal way of getting it, so that was the fucked situation everybody was in. So if you sold weed, you were actually making bank, and like people were posting shit on Craigslist, and they would put a price and shit. And when the police asked them about it, because you could give somebody weed, you could only give them an ounce at a time, but you could give it to somebody. You just couldn't charge them for it. So what they would tell the police is they're paying for your gas and your time to bring them that ounce. They're not paying for the ounce. So it's like this loophole in it that's pretty slick.
Yeah, see, because it's just like with anything now. I mean, people are gonna find a way around it.
Oh yeah, and it's
regardless.
The cop in DC in that show was talking, and he said that they can't even hit them with like a conspiracy to break drug law.
Right.
Because even if they have it in like a bunch of different bags, as long as it's under 2 ounces, they can't touch it. So you can have everything split into like slices and shit, but the police still can't touch you down there as long as it's under 2 ounces that you have on your person.
Now is that just in DC or is that in?
That's DC. I don't know how every other state's law is.
Yeah, because I don't know. I would almost think that Colorado is a little bit looser with those laws because I think they were the first state in the lower 48 to legalize it, like recreational.
I think so.
So I don't know if it's maybe a little bit looser or how they go about that.
Yeah, in Amsterdam, they've been running it the way they have for 40 years.
Yeah, long time. I remember that.
Yeah, it's been about 40. Shit's insane. Yeah. And they still haven't changed shit. It's like, bro, what are y'all?
Right, people. If you see people are gonna get it either fucking way. So.
Well, the issue with that is like
that's why they haven't changed it. It's like, well,
yeah,
it's legal. Like, I mean, we've said what we have to say, and they're gonna just let them do whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's the fuck part. Is like, it's like, when your moms used to yell at you, it was like either you're inside or you're outside, but don't fucking leave the door open. That's where everybody's at right now when it comes to legalizing it. Is like everybody's kind of got the door open, like they're in and out the house because it's legal, but it's illegal, and you know what I mean, like.
Yeah. Really makes it hard to move around, with any weed.
It's like you ran back outside, but you left your water inside it, and your mom already hit you with the next time that door opens, you're staying out or in, whichever way you want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you're stuck, like, fuck, do I grab my water, or like, do I just go play like friends? Like, how does...
Right? Now you're stuck with a decision, and your mom is the law. So, it's like, you're going to get slapped on the wrist either way if you come inside this house again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of a fuck deal, but things are getting better. I mean, a lot of states are legalizing it now. I have no idea which states still aren't. And even still, a lot of states are either one way or the other way, be recreational, like just recreational or just medical or both. So, I don't know. We're going to have to see how it plays out and what the end game is going to be.
Yeah, only time will tell.
And I don't know I'm pretty sure I heard something about them changing is it changed federally already?
Nah. Federally still legal,
so it's still federally illegal.
So you can't cross, unless you have like a medical card where you're legal in the states that you're in. Yeah. You can't cross state lines with it. I believe is how it works, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, so it's kind of a catch-22 with all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, people are gonna find a way. Always have.
Always.
So it's really up to said person, what they want to do with it.
Oh yeah, no, like everybody knows the risk they're taking, so it's like everybody's kind of on whatever page they're on, I wouldn't be surprised if New Hampshire follows suit pretty soon, considering I think New Hampshire and maybe Connecticut, or actually I don't even know if Rhode Island did or not. But as far as the top of New England. I think New Hampshire's the only state that hasn't legalized it because Vermont has, Maine, and Mass.
But yeah, Mass is fully recreational. That's crazy.
Yeah, because people at work joke around about how you can go down to Mass and just go into a dispensary. When I was in Vegas, you can go in there. It's like going to a liquor store. Like you just walk in, you show them your ID, and you check in. And you walk in, you can buy whatever as long as you're 21.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's like literally going and buying a bottle. It's insane. That was like the weirdest moment.
Probably a weird sensation.
It was. I felt untouchable for one, which is
Right.
dangerous. Looking at the security guard, and I was like, "What's up, bro?"
What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? You watch me buy it.
No, I'm
What
playing.
you gonna do about it, big fella?
One of the places we went to, actually, we went to Jardins. That's the one that Two Chains went to. When we went, when we went there, the security guard wasn't a big boy, but he was strapped up. He was. I was like,
Oh, really? They carry guns?
yeah, there's a dispensary. It's like legal drug dealing. He'll blow your face off.
Put some weed, goddamn.
But the other place we went to, I can't remember the name of it. The security guard, I didn't see anything on him, but he was big enough that I was like, all right, I'm not even. It's
I'm
not
not
even
gonna
worth
test
it.
it. I'm not even gonna push his buttons about it.
Nah, he was mad cool because one of Dylan, he fucking has his medical card, so he was trying to get in, but they were like, nah, you have to be 21, and if you have a medical card, you have to have like a parent with you if you're under 21. So then, as we're leaving, the security guard stops me and goes, hey, you, because I think Crispy ended up coming in with me. And he's like, hey, next time you come, just type up something and sign it as if you're one of the parents. And he even said as if you're one of the parents, like already saying like this is not the correct way to do it.
Right.
And
like, nah, it's supposed to be
he
ran.
was like, just write on the thing, I have it all typed up, and then sign, saying that Dylan's parents said that I can be a legal guardian for him because I'm over 21, and that I can accompany him to do shit like this since his parents are across the country, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, that would work perfect. And I was like, oh, for real? And he goes, yeah. And this dude dapped me up. And I was like, gang, bro, what's good? I'm in there like swimwear.
Shout out to that dude.
Yeah, no, he was a real one. He was a real one. I was like, all right, bro, I'm going to fuck with you.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, people down there are crazy. Like, people down there are crazy, don't get me wrong. But they, a lot of them are just mad cool.
That's how I always depicted Cali be anyway, though.
Like,
Like,
we were in Nevada and Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
But we were at...
Well, it's damn near.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We were in Vegas, and then we were in Lake Havasu. And Lake Havasu, I think, was like a little bit less than an hour from Cali. From one of the... Well, at least from one of the dispensaries that Dylan was thinking of going to in California.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the name of the city or town or whatever, but... Yeah, so we weren't that far. Like, where we were was kind of like, almost like, not a middle point, but damn near it for the 3 states, you know?
Right.
Because Crispy's from, like, hella north Arizona.
Right. Yeah, dude, I can't believe, when you told me it was cold out there, that shit blew my mind. I don't know why, but I just, like, it's hot.
You're telling me, bro. I got off the plane, and I was like, ooh, I'm about to break up this t-shirt. I'm about to be chill. Stepped outside, bro. The wind hit me. I was like, yo, I want to go home.
It's a different kind of cold.
Oh, this shit different.
This hit different.
Nah, for real, like, cause it's cold to like to your bone, cause it's dry air, bro. Like it's dry. So like when it's hot, I guess. Like when it's hot, they said it's hot, but you don't feel like the mugginess. It's just like raw heat. But when it's cold, bro, forget it. That shit is cold. That's all I'm gonna say is that shit's cold.
Yeah, it's fucking. That's the only thing about living in the Northeast, though. Like yeah, 80 degrees. Like Arizona, it hits what? Triple digits, like pretty often.
Every summer, at least.
Yeah, pretty often. And over here, we'll maybe tip 93 degrees in the summer every once in a while.
I remember one time, our thermostat said 97, and I didn't step foot outside that whole day. And I was supposed to be working on the farm, but I was like, you got me twisted. If you think I'm about to
Hell
walk out with this
no.
motherfucker. Actually, it was the same day that you told me you were taking Nani's AC and putting it in your room. It was that same day.
Oh, I do remember that.
Because that shit was hot, bro. Because, like I said, if it's 90 degrees, 97 degrees in Arizona, it's dry. So a lot of people told me that you don't even really feel yourself get hot. You would just, like your sweat evaporates before you even sweat, is what a lot of people told me. That's why a
Right.
lot of them wear layers, because they just block the sun from them. And they just chill like that. And as long as you're blocking the sun from you, I guess you're straight. So that's why a lot of people in Arizona and shit will wear a lot of long sleeves and stuff.
No,
But
you
up
can't
here
do
we
that
have
here.
the humidity, like the thick air. And
Yeah,
if
you can't do that
97
here.
degrees hit you with humidity, bro,
No,
absolutely.
absolutely the fuck not. Bro, I was about to double up ACs in my room, which is like maybe 10 by 6. I don't even, like 10 by 8, I don't know. I was about to double up in my room, curtains and everything.
I wonder how that would work. Like, I wonder if that would, like, that'd probably fuck up your ACs, to be honest. Maybe.
It would definitely draw a lot of power.
Yeah, you'd blow a fuse instant.
Well, I don't know, though, because unless it's like per room that the electricity is being drawn from, then it really wouldn't matter because the AC is going to be on but in a different spot in the house.
Yeah. Well, a lot of places they run it like that. Like, when I had my apartment, half the upstairs was one breaker, like a third of the upstairs was another breaker, part of the upstairs and the stairs was another breaker. The kitchen is its own breaker because you have so much shit drawing a lot of power. So sometimes you're like, if you have an extra like freezer or anything in your house, you gotta add an extra breaker or else you'll blow shit.
Yeah.
So it's or a fuse, I mean. But yeah. So it's like, it really depends how old the house is too.
Yeah, that house was pretty old, though.
Yeah.
It's been around for a while, but yeah, it was about the heat. The heat here, actually, just the East Coast, like even in the Carolinas, is the same way.
Is it? I never.
Florida.
I've been to Florida once.
Yeah, it's humid down there. It's humid just all around here. And it fucking sucks, dude. And with the mosquitoes and shit.
Fuck that.
It
Dude, there's
doesn't even
killer
make
bees
it like
now.
fun anymore. What's up?
They're killer bees now.
Killer bees. That shit came straight out of Jurassic Park.
Dude, that shit's ridiculous.
Nah, fuck that.
I'm not about it. I'm definitely not about it.
They said they can grow up to 2 inches.
Yeah, and their stingers, John was telling me today, their stingers are a quarter-inch long, bro.
A quarter of an inch.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like a sliver with poison in it.
Bro, they kill.
Where did they come from?
China.
I don't know. Where?
On God, China.
Yo, they sent in
Yo, I'm starting to think this shit's like a war. Like, this is biological warfare.
Let me find one of the motherfucking bees.
Let me find one of the motherfucking Chinese. No, but
Let me find one of them fucking. I could probably hit it with a 22.
that's what everybody was saying. Like, Travis was joking around at work, and he's like, yeah, he's like, it's not like the virus where, like, you can't see it. He's like, if you get stung by one of them bees, that's kind of on you because how'd you not see it coming?
Or hear it. Can you imagine how loud them fucking things are? It's probably as loud as a cicada or something like that. Probably sounds like a fucking helicopter. Especially like the swarm of them. Imagine a swarm of them. Oh my god.
Bro, I'd cry, low-key. I would be running while crying. Because I'm like, I'm dead.
Bro, I ain't never seen America so scared to come out their fucking house.
Bro, did you hear about the exterminator that tried to kill one? This exterminator tried to take out a nest of them. And bro, he was wearing sweatpants and a bee suit. And got stung like 14 times.
He didn't die?
I don't know. But he was wearing sweatpants and a bee suit. The bee suit that normally stops bees from stinging people. And he has sweatpants underneath.
Whoa, hold on. Are they not affected by smoke like regular bees?
That's what I asked John, and he said that the exterminator went to go in at night while the bees were sleeping. And he got even remote.
Bees are sleeping?
Listen.
I'm not no exterminator, but.
Listen. He went in while the bees were sleeping. And I guess he got near their nest. Didn't even get, like, touch it yet. He got near it. And these dudes came bussing. out the trap. They were like,
You thought we was asleep, boy.
they
Yeah,
were
we
like,
was
"What's
waiting for
good?"
you.
Kevin Gates. They're like, "I don't get tired, bro. What's good? What's
Yeah,
good? I'm
I've
out
been
here."
waiting for you. I was waiting for you at the door.
I was waiting for
Come
you.
on in.
He ran back
Come
into his
on.
house. They were like, "Why the door locked? Open the door."
Yo, they can feel vibrations and shit.
True. He was probably
Wait.
walking. They heard like a stick crack, and they were like, "Oh, hold up. Y'all heard? Y'all heard him?"
Yo, everybody wake up. Wake up. Wait, they already got nests here? They got hives and shit here?
Yeah, they got hives here already, bro. The United States said that we have, I think it was either 2 or 5, I can't remember, years to get rid of them, or else they're here. Like he said, if we don't get rid of them within that time, bro, this their new home. they they not getting evicted.
No. Why? How did they fucking get over here?
That's what I'm wondering. Everybody, and do you know what they told me at work today? They were reading an article about it. So this is straight off an article from whatever news thing. They said the bees could come up north because they're down south right now. So they can come up north in 2 days to 2 years. Now I got pissed off.
So first of all, that's a lot. That's 700. that's like 720 days.
That shit pissed me off, bro. I was like,
Difference.
so it can happen just whenever. That was literally them telling you they don't have an answer. They were just trying to play it off like they know. They got no idea. They don't fucking know. They have no idea.
Bro, that's 48 hours or 2 annual years. What the fuck? Bro,
They had no idea.
That's the biggest I don't know. And this is nothing we can just have an I don't know about.
I need an answer.
The virus was enough.
I need an answer. Bro, on God, I will burn my house down if I find a nest of them. On God, I'm moving into your game room. If there's a nest near my house, I'm moving into your game room. Because I'm burning my house down.
Don't blame me, but this...
No, I'm playing. I would get ready to move into your house, and I had like my backpack and all my suitcases and shit, and you would be searching all my shit to see if one bee came with me. You'd be like, nah, dude, wait outside for a sec.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take your backpack off. I'm smoking the shit out of your backpack. So if this one is asleep and I'm gonna find one thing that even looks remotely like any kind of egg, I'm throwing your backpack in a fire pit and it's gone. It's gone. I'll get you the backpack.
I'll take it. No chances.
Wait, you said down south as in like southern United States or like south? Like
Southern United
America?
States, yeah. It's becoming an issue for us because they're in our country, bro. If they was down in Guatemala, the United States wouldn't give a fuck what was happening.
But they came from China, so it's like, why wouldn't we think of that? Like, they already made it pretty fucking far, you don't think? Like, that's pretty far if you ask me.
The part that pisses me off is that I was like, how'd they get over here? And one of my coworkers was like, oh, maybe they just like were on a boat or a plane. Bro, I've seen bees die. Like, I've seen normal bees die because they get stuck in my window. You're telling me this motherfucker was on a plane or a boat and he survived the whole ride to get here? First of all, he's illegal. Does he have papers?
No,
does he have a visa?
A fucking stinger that's a 1/4 inch with poison in it. That's enough for me.
Where's Border Patrol? When they got to this country, why wasn't Border Patrol like, hey, yo, what's this business doing on your motherfucking boat? Like, they didn't search?
Can you imagine how big their hive has got to be?
Bro, you can't even bring fruit from another country in the United States. And these niggas brought killer bees.
I don't think anybody just voluntarily was like, I'm gonna bring bees here. No, you know what? I bet you it was some stupid ass scientist that was like, I'm gonna do some research. Hey, they brought them here and then they fucking escaped. Bro, I'm getting mad.
I'm getting pissed. I'm not about it. I'm not. Something
okay.
shady's going on, and that's facts.
China, they didn't warn us about this either?
China don't give a fuck about us. They got too much other shit going on. They don't care about us.
Well, I don't hear anyone from China like, yeah, we got bees fucking 2 inches long that sound like a drone when they're next to you. And they can kill you if there's more than 3 of them. Never once have I heard anyone.
Why do you assume they're that big already? You just are that loud. You were like, bro, it's not like a drone.
They have to be because I've seen a cicada before and they're not even 2 inches long. and them bitches are loud.
But they also make like a whistle noise too, don't they?
Yeah, they make this. They kind of like chirp almost.
Yeah.
Too. And them things are huge. I haven't seen one of them in fucking years.
That's more of like a Florida thing, or like Georgia. They're more down in that area.
Yeah, I know. When I lived in New York, I remember it was one summer. It was like super humid out, and then we just started seeing a bunch of them. They come out. They live in the ground. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they do.
They come out.
Because during the winter and shit, they'll like dip down inside there, like inside the trees and shit to chill.
Yeah, and them fucking things are loud. Oh my god! First time I saw one of those, I didn't know what to do. I went to my mom. I was like, Mom, there's a big. I kid you not, there's a big ass fly in the car.
In the car.
She was like, kill it. I was like, so I went outside. I just stood by the car with the doors open, just letting it try to get out.
You was not about it, bro. You was like,
hell no, bro. It's scary. I never heard of one. I was like 8, dude. It's fucking so big. Now we got these. Like, what do they call them?
Just all I've heard them called so far are Chinese killer wasps. That's it. They just say it bluntly. They just like they from China. They gonna kill you, and it's a wasp. Chinese killer wasp.
Do they not do anything else? Is it just like a regular wasp?
They just here to fuck your day up. That's their only objective. Is just to make sure that your life is shitty.
Why do we even like? We don't even need them. Why are they here?
Gotta make these dudes extinct.
That's bullshit. Do they die afterwards, like a regular wasp?
Wasps can sting you more than once, dude. Bees die after once.
Bees die after once, but
wasps can sting your ass forever. Anyway.
Wasps don't live that long, I don't think.
Nah, but they'll sting the shit out you. A wasp can sting you more than once. They just strapped up. They got that drum.
You got the drum mag?
Yeah, dude.
Nah, fuck that. Luckily, I haven't been stung that much. And honestly, it's a little bit concerning now that this shit's coming up because I don't know if your allergies can change or anything like that. So it's been quite a long time since I've been stung by a wasp. And I didn't have any reaction. Well, I got like a little bit red, obviously, but I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I'm almost wondering, though, if they even can live in cold environments, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. But it sucks because summer's coming up, so it's like, what do we really...
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Can't rely on that.
May, the first month besides April sometimes, where it's really starting to warm up. And then all of a sudden it's like, by the way, we're sending killer wasps.
Yeah, that's
just in time for summer.
That's the bullshit part. Is New Hampshire and Vermont have been like flattening out their curve for like cases for coronavirus and shit.
Right.
Like this area has been like flattening out and like getting better, and then they just gonna drop this on us.
Nah, bro. Somebody got to do something about this because I can't wait 2 days or 2 years to find out if they're gonna be here permanently.
You said somebody has to do something. No. They have 2. I can't remember if it was 2 or 5 for them being here permanently. But as far as them coming up north,
well, okay, that's what I'm saying. To come up north, I can't wait for them to already be here. 2 days or 2 years.
You gotta know ahead. You gotta know like when to move.
I'm putting nets and indestructible nets in every window. They're being stapled down with silicone around every window, dude. I'm not.
How pissed you'll be you still saw a bee in your room?
Honestly, at that point, I mean, I'm gonna have to move to Alaska. That's what it's starting to sound like. I'll deal with a bear.
True. I wonder. Coronavirus can't be popping like that in Alaska, bro.
They're pretty isolated. I mean, they're not part of land, but like there's not that many people in Alaska, I don't think.
That's my point, dude. Like, it can't be popping up there.
Right. And how many people travel to Alaska? I mean, I'm sure there's probably like number-wise a lot, but not nearly as much as anywhere else. You know, like a lot of people like to go to Hawaii and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or Puerto Rico.
Fuck that. Right now, dude? Absolutely not.
What's that, traveling?
Traveling to Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Tickets are cheap. I think still. Maybe they're not. Maybe it's not.
Well, they're definitely still cheap because the plane companies and shit took a huge hit with all this going on.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to be traveling though. Like a plane is not that big. I don't think. I've never been
let
on
me tell
one,
you right
but
now.
they're clearly not big.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Planes are not that big.
Yeah. So being that close to people, even if you have a mask on, it's like because it can be on surfaces too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man. It's
Nah, planes
definitely
like
taking a risk.
planes fucked me up. On the flight down to Vegas, I did not sleep a single minute ever. It was stupid. It was stupid.
Our turbulence was pretty rugged.
It was well. They told us when we took off. They're like, yeah, when we get to Detroit, like right above Detroit, so we flew out of Boston. It's like once you get over Detroit, you're gonna feel a little bit of turbulence, and then we'll finish because they were climbing up altitude until we got to Detroit. We're gonna feel turbulence, and then we're gonna climb to like our cruise height, and then we're gonna go.
Yep.
That's what he told us. And I was like, all right, word. And I'm watching the map because I got anxiety, so I'm like watching it, and I'm bugging.
Is that like in the seat in front of you, or is it just on your phone?
That's on the seat in front of me.
Oh, okay, so they do have that.
You know, I flew JetBlue down there, so it was like bougie.
Oh, word.
No, it's not bougie at all, but it's kind of lit. I got free drinks.
Okay.
But no, I wasn't
Bougie
supposed to, but they just, I don't know. They just never asked for my money. Like, I tried to pay them, don't get me wrong. I tried. I was like, bro, what's good? Like, and she was like, oh, we'll collect cash afterwards if you don't have a card. And I was like, word. And I went to get my second drink, went to hand her twice the money. And she said the same thing. Got my third one. I didn't even have the money ready. And she just said the same thing. I was like, word. Plane landed. I just walked off. Nobody said shit to me. I was like, bro, if you're not going to come collect the money, I'm not paying you. What?
They don't take your name down or anything?
She never even carded me.
Oh, then yeah, fuck it. I mean, they're not going to know that you had any anyways.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was like, all right, dude, gang.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, no, but it got turbulence right above Detroit, like they said. And then you felt it climb, and then you were Gucci. But like it hit turbulence a couple other times throughout it. But I got, like I said, I got wicked anxiety when it comes to planes, bro. I hate it. I need like that post-nut clarity in order to be on a plane. Facts, bro. You want to talk about awkward? You want to talk about awkward? Beat off on a plane and then walk back to your seat. Awkward. Awkward. Because everybody knows what you just did.
Oh, you nasty. You missed a spot on the seat too.
I was walking back to my seat, and these dudes, everybody was looking at me. And one dude stood up, like he was waiting for me to go to the bathroom, and I was like, "Shit, my fault."
Hey, bro. Hey,
But you do. You need that. You need that post-nut clarity to just clear your mind and be straight for the rest of the ride.
Yeah.
Low key, I was hoping it would help me fall asleep too, but nope. My heart was still racing, and I was like, "Dude, I want to die."
How long was the flight in total?
6 hours.
6 hours. All right. And was it a direct flight?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not.
But I flew Spirit back. Worst goddamn. I had this rich dude pretty much sitting in my lap. It was stupid.
I remember that.
Yeah, dude. He was like showing me like trophies him and his son have for like motocross and shit. And he's like showing me his backyard with a motocross track on it, his big ass house. He's like showing me all this rich ass shit.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I was in a bit. What he does is buys plots of land, flattens it, and commercializes it, or like builds houses and just like makes a society out of that land.
Kind of like a landscaping / like realtor kind of deal.
Yeah, but like huge plots of land, and they like upgrade it. I guess I don't know. Maybe they put houses and stores and shit on it.
Yeah.
So he's making bank.
I'm not a huge fan of planes either.
Yeah, this dude like, cause he was one of those dudes that he was pretty nice, but you can tell he was kind of like that arrogant kind of rich. So he sat like with his legs like hella wide.
Yeah.
And I had the window seat. He was in the middle, and I think Donovan was in the left, in the aisle seat. And I was chilling, just trying to fall asleep, and I could feel his leg like up on mine. And I was like, "Bro, you trying to make a move? Like, what's up? Like, I'm not about that."
I can't deal with that. No. I can't deal with that. Is the window seat better though? Like, would you rather look out the window or no?
That's where I'm iffy. because I fuck with the window. Like I like being able to look out, and especially at night, because like you see all the like the lights from all the cities you fly over and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And I mean, it's just cool looking. You can see the stars and whatever. But I don't like feeling trapped, especially when I'm in a flying tin can, flying Spirit.
Right. Going.
Spirit's the most get. Spirit is like the 1991 Toyota Corolla of airplanes.
I'd have waited for JetBlue then.
It was cheap
That doesn't
tickets.
sound
It was a
nice.
cheap ticket, bro. And
Well,
now
I
I
was just
know
thinking,
why.
like, I was just thinking the window seat. I could see how people, because every time I talk to someone, it always seems like, oh, if you can't get the window seat, it's like, all right. But at the same time, say you're in the window seat, and you just look out the window, and then you just see like a couple rivets just fly off the wing.
I'm closing the
Like,
window.
what do you? Oh my god, dude, I'd be freaking
I'm
out.
closing the window shade. The little plastic blind. Closing it.
And then all of a sudden you just hear over the intercom like the pilot's like, oh, we'll be landing sooner than expected. We're having a little bit of
Okay.
issues.
I'm
Hey,
pissed if he says it like that. If he says
I'm
it
just
like that,
saying.
I'm pissed. I'm calling him out on the spot. Because if he said we're landing sooner than expected, I'm like, fuck you, bro. We're crashing. We are crashing. We're not
All right,
landing.
well, I was just gonna say, I'll turn this into a horror movie right now. He says that, and then all of a sudden you just see those little baggies pop down in front of your face.
I'm gonna throw up. I would throw up on the spot.
Oh my god.
And Spirit's so tight, if I throw up, 3 people got puke on them. Because
Yeah,
Spirit, yo, they
plane
pack
full
you
of
in there
puke.
like sardines, bro. Spirit is so trash. And like, JetBlue, they'll walk to you and be like, do you want a drink? And I was like, yes, you don't see me over here sweating my ass off, scared as shit. Can I get a
Right.
Tito's Ginger Ale, please?
Yeah.
But Spirit, they don't care about you. Spirit don't give no fucks about you.
So I imagine that's your last time riding Spirit, huh?
I'm never riding Spirit. They're walking, like the girls are walking on the aisle, they like fucking boot your shoe just to piss you off. And they're like, bro, what the hell?
Nah, dude.
No, they really don't. But that's what they might as well. Spirit is so trash. So trash.
Damn. Pandemic and Spirit. Yeah, that did sound pretty
But
shitty.
I will throw hands with Spirit. If you told me to fly somewhere and like say you were like, Christian, I bought us tickets, we're going to see Jake in Colorado. And I was like, word. And we walked to that terminal in Logan and I read Spirit and I'm like, hey yo bro, I'm gonna go see if they got I'm gonna go buy another ticket.
I'll meet you back at home.
Bro, and it's stupid. Guess how much a drink costs on an airplane?
Probably expensive. I'd say like $15.
8.
$8?
But it's a ginger ale can, like Canada Dry, and a nip of Tito's. And I did not know prior to being on an airplane until my mom told me. When they give you the shit to make a drink, it's not measured out so that you can pour everything into your cup. I didn't know that. So I dumped the whole Tito's thing into my cup and then started pouring ginger ale in. I only got like a third of the ginger ale into the cup with it, with the ice and shit in it too. So I was like, oh great. So I got 80% Tito's, 10% ice, 10% ginger ale. So I pounded half of that so I can dump the rest of my ginger ale in.
Yeah.
And I told you there was 2 40-year-olds, like the 2 ladies, like 40s, 50s, next to me. And I had the aisle seat. And they're looking at me like, what the fuck is this kid doing? And then the next time I ordered one, I was just doing that the whole time. Like, for some reason, my brain didn't click to be like, all right, I'm going to just save some in the can, some in the nip, and just slowly make mixed drinks. My brain, I was like, if I already have liquid in there, it's going to be alcohol first, and then the drink afterwards, and I'll make it like a real drink, you know?
Right.
But they were looking at me. By the third one of me just pounding it, they were like, something's wrong with this fucking kid. They were just looked over at me.
I'm nervous, man.
I was, bro. I was nervous. I was trying to start small talk with them when we'll get ready to land.
Yeah.
I looked over. Mind you, I had sat on a plane with them for 6 hours, didn't say a single word. Went to the bathroom.
That's awkward.
Went to the bathroom, got my post-nut clarity, and came back. And didn't say a single word to them. She looked at me while we were landing, and they both just kind of looked over at me because I was packing my trash up.
Yeah.
And I looked at them, and I was like, "You ever been to Vegas before?" And they looked at me, and they were
imagine what was going through their heads.
they were like, they knew each other too. They had two daughters in the back that were like probably like 12. You know what I mean? Like young.
Oh yeah.
In the back of the plane, seeing each other, and the daughters came up at one point and were talking to their mom, and I was just sitting there like they were talking like over me. I'm just trying to watch Wolf of Wall Street on the TV. And they're just like talking and talking.
Oh great, that's just what two 12-year-old things see.
Oh yeah, no, especially with everything that was going on. Me fucking watching that. The parents were probably like, I fucking hate this kid.
That's exactly what we didn't want to sit next to.
But they were like, yeah, we've been here before, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, dude. Like, they're like, you ever been here? I was like, nah, that's my first. Because the first time I said it, I guess it did sound like I'd been there before. So I was like, you ever been to Vegas, bro? Like, what's up? And they were like, nah. Or they were like, yeah, have you? I was like, nah. And they're like, oh, you'll love it. And I was like, yeah, I heard it's pretty fun. One of my buddies lives down here, and me and two other friends came down to visit him. They're like, oh, you did? I was like, yeah. And then they look at me, look at the Tito's, look back at me, and go, you'll have fun here. And I was like, that's the goal.
The reason they said that is because they just watch you probably pound almost a fifth in nips of Tito's and ginger ale. They're like, you'll like it. I'm willing to bet you're gonna like it here. You know that? But,
and one thing I hate on airplanes is when someone stands up, they'll like stand up to like situate their pants or something on a long flight, you know, because you get uncomfortable.
Right.
People will stand up sometimes, like situate themselves, or they'll like shuffle something around or do something, and I'm like, stop. What are you doing? Sit the fuck down. Are you going to the bathroom? Are you getting food?
Oh,
sit the fuck down.
Yeah, no.
Because you're acting sus, and I don't fuck with you. You're acting sus, and I don't fuck with you. Sit down. Do you see anybody else getting up? Because I don't. Sit down.
Yeah, man, it's a long flight.
I don't care. Okay, you're acting sus. You're acting sus. There's way too much shit going on this world right now. We got killer bees and COVID. Bro, if you don't sit your motherfucking ass down.
You just didn't give a fuck because you were at too many goddamn Tito's and ginger ale. You wouldn't give a fuck if your underwear was on upside down and backwards and your fucking shoe was coming untied. And everyone else is like, I'm uncomfortable. This is a long flight. They stand up and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yo, no, if anybody like moved fast down the aisle, bro, my eyes were stuck on them. And they would see me look at them, and I didn't even try to look away afterwards. I was just straight looking at them, bro, because I was like, sucker, you move one muscle towards your pockets or towards me, I'm dropping you on the spot. Like, I don't. I'm hella nervous as it is. Sit down.
Yep. The fucking amateur air marshal just playing in the actual air marshal's like, good work.
Got this dude in a full Nelson, face on the like dirty ass.
Getting his own posting up fucking clarity.
Yo, if I had to fly an airplane, I would beat off every time before flight. Guaranteed.
To try and fall asleep?
No. To just be calm. If I was flying an airplane, bro.
Oh, if you were flying an airplane?
Yeah. When you said to go to sleep, I was like, yeah, no, if I was a pilot, I would just be like, yep, I don't. No?
No, I thought you said if I was going to go in an airplane again. Yeah, no, if you were a pilot.
Look at the co-pilot.
If I ever saw the attendant come out of the pilot's cabin or whatever they call it, and that motherfucker was asleep, you know damn well I'll be on that. I'm going to be at that door to go, yo, nobody else sees this?
I'm causing a scene, bro.
I'm causing a whole scene. Where's our pilot is either dead. It doesn't matter. His eyes are closed. There's a lot of people on this plane, and we're supposed to be landing soon. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, but first class, these dudes living right. I'm not flying again until I can afford first class. I would drive across the country before I fly again until I can afford first class.
Through first class to go back.
First class is the very front of the plane because they get on first, and they get off first. And these dudes will watch your bum broke ass walk by them as they're chilling. They have seats in JetBlue that are literally so where you have 3 seats for like economy. They have one seat. They got hella leg room. Their TV thing, outlets, cup holders, and like a full armrest. Bro, they just living right.
Nah, that's either way. If the plane goes down, we all gonna die.
I'm gonna die comfortable.
That's true.
Not next to these 2 moms.
That's the last thing I'm trying to hear, though. Whatever happens, and then you actually find out y'all about to crash, and they just yelling the whole way down. I'd be pissed more than anything. I'll die angry.
I'm gonna look straight at them with my mask on. I'm like, just staring at them in their soul. Like, you don't think I see the plane going down too? Why are you yelling?
Wait, can we all just sing Kumbaya song? What are you yelling for?
You just singing like hymns as you're going down.
You're not singing no damn slave music.
putting your mask on. You're like, wade in the water, born by the creek, and you.
That throws a lot of people off. I don't even know why we talk about that, but
That shit, because
that's just how shit snowballs, though.
Yeah. No, that's like that joke came from my work. Remember I was telling you about one of the inspectors. Yeah. He was talking to me and he was just joking around, and he didn't even mean to put a southern accent on it. It just happened, and he would just say, "Now get." He went to tell me to run my machine. Me, him, and a couple other guys were just all fucking with each other.
Yeah.
And he was like, "All right, get back to work, boy." But he went to say it just like calm. But the way he came out, he was like, "All right, now get back to work, boy." And he didn't even mean to. And I was like, "Whoa!"
I'm like, that's like, you better watch your fucking mouth.
We're laughing and whatever. And I was like, bro, I was laughing. I was like, bro, I'm mixed. And they started laughing. I was like, I don't even know how to feel. And then I didn't even say nothing. Like, after that about it, I just walked to my machine singing. They started laughing and they were like, thank God HR is not near us.
That would have been one hell of a talk.
Could you imagine? She pulled me in her office. She's like, so Christian, you were singing hymns?
Oh, you didn't hear what he said? God damn it, I thought this was the slavery days again.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
She'll be filling out a report. She'll be like, okay, what's your full name? I'm like, Kunta. She's like, what? Christian, what?
King Kunta. That's what I said. That's it.
No, your name is Christian. Whips me. I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, hold on. A little too much dip on your chip. I didn't hear what I just said.
That's a dark ass movie. That movie's dark.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's realistic, so it makes sense, but it's dark.
I mean, yeah, that's how it be.
Yeah.
It's a good business. Movies that people should watch though to bring some light to how it was, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely something that like I guess educational would be the word.
Yeah, well, it is if you don't know anything about it. Like,
can you hear those gunshots?
I thought I heard something.
Our neighbors are across the river are shooting again.
I can't hear it.
But they busting. Oh my God.
They shooting at them damn bees, bro. They already made it. Motherfucker.
They saw a hive and my coworker read the article wrong. It said 2 hours or 2 years, and now we
freaking out low key. It's just like honeybees or some shit.
Shit was on the back of a Dunkin' Donuts truck. Just made its way all the way up north.
God damn. And all them little eggs on it.
No, of all places that would bring it up, it'd be like the co-op or something. Because they'd be trying to get everything organic and all nice and charge $9 for a pack of peanuts.
Non-GMO fucking. Oh, look.
And now we got GMO bees. Because there's no way they're non-GMO. You tell me these bees are not genetically modified? These dudes are on steroids.
How come? Okay, coming from China, where not being, racist or anything, where people are usually a little bit smaller than Americans.
Whenever someone says I'm not being racist.
Bees.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I ever heard of.
Yeah, but now whenever someone says I'm not being racist, it's something racist. Like I thought you were definitely about to say something different. I did not know that's where you were going with that. I thought something like a lot worse was gonna come out your mouth. I was like, all right, maybe we gotta do a little bit of editing on this one.
Tone it down. No, just how it is. But they got the biggest bees.
Huge, bro.
They kill people. That's crazy.
All right, but I was just thinking.
Get here, dude. I'm about to do some research.
I was just thinking. Because on the plane, everybody looked at me weird when I walked back.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest place you had to have a meeting with yourself? Like what's the weirdest place you had to just collect your shit?
Ooh, easy. As soon as I moved to Vermont. As soon as I moved to Vermont.
Where?
School.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right, now I feel less weird. Now I feel less weird because the weirdest place for
Either way.
me. You want to?
Oh, and no, actually, not only was it just school, but basically walking into any like small market here by myself or like with somebody else. Yeah, because then you pick something up and you put it back, or you walk out with nothing in your hand and don't purchase anything. It always leaves like a weird feeling. You know, like maybe you know what I'm trying to get at. Y'all know what I'm trying to get at.
Wait, so you doing it in markets? Is that what you're telling me?
Had to reevaluate myself.
No, you had to like handle your business, like take care of yourself.
Oh.
That's why I was like, you doing it in markets, bro? I was like, pause.
No.
These poor janitors at Shaw's, they're like, who sprayed lotion on the stall door? Loki Isaiah just out there busting nuts.
I'm out here nussing butts, baby boy, right in fucking. I don't care. No, I thought you meant like, cause you said you was walking down the fucking plane, and I thought you were going to say when you said reevaluate. I thought you meant like, oh, they
No,
think
like
I'm about to bomb this bitch.
I went to the I went to the bathroom and like had to like reevaluate myself. Had to like, had to get my ducks in order in the bathroom.
Get your ducks in a row. I don't. Oh yeah, no, I don't know. I have no idea.
Damn. All right, now I don't want to say shit because I thought it was gonna be less weird, but then you thought I was talking about something different.
Yeah, no, definitely not, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought you were just talking about because people were gonna think you about to bomb the plane or something, and I was talking about how people thought I was about to steal something.
Oh damn.
That's where my mind was at.
Okay, now I was gonna say I feel a lot less weird doing it on a plane if you were doing it in markets. I was like, that's chill.
No, I said the details. I said small markets. They usually ain't even got a bathroom up here.
So what? You just in the motherfucker? You in the freezer area? Like,
if I didn't know what you was talking about, and I did do that,
let me get some of that roast beef.
I'd be staring at the fucking grapefruits and shit, just like
damn,
looking at peaches and shit.
You know what I do to you?
I could have owned. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. I'll show you what's good, you little grapefruit. Goddamn.
Have a goddamn honeydew? You're like, oh, what's up, girl? You light skin. What's good?
Yeah.
Is that real? Oh no, that's just a melon. My bad.
That's just my fault.
But what you doing later?
Going crazy.
What you doing later? How much you cut? $3? Bought.
Yo, like, oh, two for $5? Y'all, come on there. Throw him on there. How much for them peaches, bro? How much a pound? Let me get that.
Walking up to the register, you're like, do all these honeydew come with holes in them? Some poor old lady, like.
Yo, I picked this up. This shit got a hole in
it. Some poor old lady, like I said, she's just like, I think you guys have worms. There's holes in your honeydew.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I saw a grapefruit that had a hole all the way through it. I don't know what y'all be doing here, but y'all gotta clean it up.
I'm like, they're gonna clean up y'all act. I'm about to buy this whole one though. fresh one. Straight out the produce. GMO got a big ass fucking bee on the back of it.
Bro, you ever seen them spiders that be hiding the bananas and shit?
Yeah, I actually had one. I actually had bought bananas that came in like the net thing. Like this was in New York. Oh no, they were plantains.
Yeah, they're like the green bananas.
Yeah. They're the plantains, but they came in a net, and you got them at like every.
Yeah.
You can get them at any 7-Eleven in New York. So I just, we brought them home, and I went to go open them up because my mom was about to make plantain chips. Just get them up, fry them, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a fucking spider in there. There's like 2 spiders in there.
They're just chilling.
I don't mess with spiders.
Fuck that.
Mm-mm. This is crazy.
That still got me twisted, bro. I definitely thought you were saying you did it in a market. I was about to ask you like the details behind it. I was like, hold up.
No, I don't have those thoughts when I'm in the market.
You don't?
No.
You telling me? Okay, no, you're a liar, bro. You're a strip. You're telling me you've never been in the market, had like some thick ass girl walk by. It's never crossed your mind. Not saying like beat in the market, but you've never been like in that mood in the market.
Not to beat off.
That's what I'm saying. Not necessarily to beat off, but just like in that zone, like in that
you
mindset.
were talking about beating off. I was thinking beating off, not like. Well, I mean, if someone walks in front of me, then.
No, when you said that you never thought of that in the market, that's why I was like, nah, you lying ass.
But no, I was never in the mood to just beat off in the market.
Yeah, okay, good. But I was just saying, like, you ever see somebody walk by and you're like, God damn.
Like, well.
God damn. You buying soy sauce, you don't even like that shit. You just next to them for no reason.
I mean, I told him, like, oh, what's your shit? You don't even give a fuck about it. You don't even know what the fuck you got your hand on right now. You just walk out there, you're like, what do me and Gushers got in common? She's like, what? Yeah, we both busting your mouth, so what's good with it? No. True.
And now you're catching the case.
Yep. Low-key is the manager's fucking wife or some shit.
No.
Okay. All right. Fucking hey, what we got for time, buddy?
Hour 2 minutes.
Oh, hour 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. No, I guess, yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Man, well, again, Wednesday, May 6th. Got a little something for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. A little bit of a storytelling in there, talk about shit that's going on once again. Letting you guys know that I was a little bit sick. We're going to try and keep up with the schedule. I know Christian's been working really hard on a lot of our videos. I don't know if you saw the last 2 that he had edited and put out. We got a Minecraft video, a little over an hour long. It's pretty much a podcast. Both of us talking a little bit of gameplay. We have a compilation of Call of Duty as well. Not just the new Modern Warfare, but the World War II in there as well. You guys should definitely check that out.
Yeah, we were gonna record a game again for Sunday Funday, but like we said, Isaiah had that fever, so we just decided not to, and I ended up going for a hike Sunday anyway. So it worked out to just do that comp. And this weekend we're actually gonna have probably some Dying Light for y'all instead of Minecraft Part 2. Minecraft is definitely still gonna be continued. That is not over, but definitely gonna break out some Dying Light. My character had what? The one that we both played on had 76 hours?
Yep, a little over 76 hours.
That's insane. That's insane.
It's a lot of time in a game.
And we haven't touched it in like a little bit over a year. If not longer.
Dude, it's got to be more than that.
Yeah, because I was moved out a year ago.
Yeah, we stopped playing it before I went to college.
Damn,
so it's been sitting for a while.
That's like 3 years, bro. 2.5 years.
Yeah, dude. So I'm definitely excited to get that content out. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, we also brushed up on it a little bit today, and we're really realizing how much you guys are gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, we're gonna restart from the beginning though. We're not gonna be using those characters. Start fresh, brand new guys, and pretty much just play the game through again.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you're listening to this, the Sunday Fun Days are probably not gonna get uploaded as a podcast on just for audio because it's really when you listen to it, it's not gonna be anything really because without seeing the gameplay, it's not worth it. Yeah. So it's not even worth putting the time into that. But we'll have podcasts every Wednesday and then gaming and shit every Sunday and then maybe a few clips here and there in between, just whenever if we get around to dropping it. I'm doing online schooling and working and shit, so it's hard to schedule everything.
Do everything at once.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, that's Orpheus Kingdom.
Oh, hold on. Also, everybody, go check out P Soul. He's on Spotify too, actually. I just saw that today. And YouTube. He's doing the music for all our outros and shit. You'll see that as you listen to them. And for all of our videos, he's also doing the outros for those too.
Thanks, shout out to you, soul man. Good music, guys.
Good
Honestly,
vibey.
It's not saying that just because, you know, he's a good friend, but honestly, good music. You should definitely check him out.
For sure. Well, this has been Northeast Kingdom. It's your boy Sneaky. Got my man's here, Reacts. And
what's good? It's been a pleasure, everybody.
For sure. And we'll see y'all Sunday.
I'ma try to keep it low key. Yeah. You don't really even know me. Yeah. I'ma try to keep it PG. Yeah. But you was my one and only. I'ma try to keep it low key. Yeah. You don't really even know me. Yeah. I'ma try to keep it PG. Yeah. But you was my one and only.